In most cases, we confuse manifestation with being positive all throughout. Manifestation is not being positive all throughout. Manifestation is reaching a point whereby you're not affected by the world. You're not affected by either negative or positive. Like, you just look at it as it is, because that's how it is. Everything is just at it as it is. It's neither positive nor negative. So to manifest or to reach to that level of manifestation, you're supposed to get to that level whereby nothing is positive, nothing is negative. Like, you're not affected by anything in the external. And someone would say that's being positive. Yeah, because that's how probably you elevate. That's the energy you're giving off. For the people that probably don't understand the life you're living, or that don't understand probably what you want to achieve, they'll think that you're being positive, because that's what you're supposed to put off. But it's up to the other person to see if it's positive or negative, because nothing is negative, nothing is positive, nothing is evil, nothing is good. So for you to manifest, you're supposed to reach to that level where you're not affected by anything. If it's negative, if it's positive, it's okay. If it's evil, if it's good, it's up to the other person. People that don't understand this kind of the energy that you're giving, that will be the ones to pick it off. And to get to that level where you're not affected by anything, that's the journey of healing. Because you can never manifest, you can never get anything out of the manifestation journey if you still think something is positive or something is negative. You're supposed to get to a point whereby you're indifferent. Like, nothing moves you. That's the journey. Like, even if you have probably things that you're facing, you'll be like, I don't care. Even if you have probably you've hit, like, you've made $100, you'll be like, it's just energy. Like, that's reaching the God level. You see, do you think that's why there are things that do you think God cares what we do? God doesn't care. It's not that you don't care because you don't have empathy. No, you have empathy, but then you're not affected. It's just like a doctor. They'll be like, oh, you're sad, you're sick, sorry, but then they'll just treat you and go. Like, they're not affected. So you're supposed to cultivate that kind of mindset to get anything in life. You're supposed to reach a point whereby you're not affected by it. Either it's there, either it's not there. And most of us, we are held back. We are going to be probably like, okay, I'm being positive, I'm doing this and stuff, like things are not working. Things are not working because the external environment is still affecting you. Because the next time probably you get 100k in your account, you're going to be excited. That's why you're going to go and spend it, and you're going to go back to being broke. And because when you're broke, you're going to be like, you're going to become nervous, you're going to be anxious. Oh, I'm broke. So no money, less money will come, nothing will come, because you're now anxious. You're supposed to cultivate that mindset by, even if you make 100 million, you're like, even if you make losses, you're like, so that you're not, after the universe is like, okay, you don't need this, you'll be like God. Because that's the manifestation journey, and that's what we are going to be. That's the new earth we are moving into. That's the new world we are going into. The world whereby we are being affected by negative things, we are being affected by things we call positive, we are being affected by so many things. I know there are triggers, but just know if you're on that journey, that's the point. It's like the end point, the end goal of where you're supposed to go. So all of us are on a journey. So you can't reach someone and be like, oh, this person made it. No, we are all on a journey. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And remember, we are here, and our highest versions chose this test. They be like, you're going to go through this, so you have to see that you're not moved. So you have to cultivate that. And how are you going to cultivate that? Is detaching, is meditating, is going to nature, is to stop entertaining what doesn't serve you. Because either way, you're creating something. So if you be like, if you think negative things, okay, if you be like, okay, I can't think positive things, then you're going to create negative things. So it's up to you. That it's like God doesn't care. It's like the universe doesn't care. It's up to you. Whether you did, whether you don't, God knows what's going to happen. Your higher self knows what's going to happen. Because it's just like someone knowing that, okay, I'm not going to study. You know that if you don't study, you will fail. And you know that if you pass, probably you will pass. So it's up to you to pick. Are you going to study or you're not going to study? It's up to you. So you'll be like, okay, I want to study. Why do you want to study? Probably you want to achieve certain things in life. You have goals, you have these things. So it's up to you. You're supposed to get to that point whereby you're not affected by anything. That's the manifestation. That's how manifestation works. If you want to get to that, and the only way you can get to that, people will be like, that's why people get all these tools. You think it's easy to not be affected by people. That's why people get like, they'll be like, they get like, they start believing in stars, they start believing in Jesus, they start believing in this because they don't want the response. It's hard, like carrying the burden, carrying your emotions, carrying your thoughts, working them through. Remember now, the life we are living, we already have so many things that are against us. We have kids, we have bills, we have this, we have, that's why actually people are stuck, because they have these so many responsibilities. It's just like they have baggage, so they can't move forward fast because they have this so many baggage. And for you to move forward, you're supposed to, that's why when people probably are going for chair or are going abroad to work, they will leave their kids behind, or they will leave their family, so that they can go alone, work and get something back. So that's how it's supposed to be also in manifestation. It's like you leave everything, you be like, I'm not seeing this, let me just push forward, because that's what you want, that's what you, because either you stay behind, you're going to be stuck. So either going, it's just like you're in the middle of nowhere, so you have to just keep going. You have to trust that God. And remember, if you've been following me, you're never alone. Like your highest self, God, ancestors, knows what you're doing, knows where you are. So you have to just go. I want to tell you this, go. If you're already on the journey, go. Things are going to get better. You're going to reach, you're going to get there. It's just a matter of time, which doesn't exist, because everything is an illusion. So it's how fast you can remove the baggage, you can remove the external things. That's why people that want to get on the journey, also you'll see that they'll go to probably environments that don't influence them so much. They'll go to quiet places, because when a place is quiet, it's not going to influence you. How? There is no noise there. Probably it's animals, it's this. You won't. They're like, you just don't mind them. You reach a point where you're just looking at them. That's the God energy. You see how babies are? Babies are going to just look at you. Like, they are not moved. Probably they observe, they know, but then they have not yet reached to that level whereby they can. That's why sometimes we don't even remember what happened at 3 months. Because our brains were not, our brains were smooth, our brains were good. So we're supposed to get back to that point to reach the highest level of manifestation. Because if you're still affected, and it's a journey. I don't want to say it's easy, I don't want to say it's hard, but it's a journey that where you understand, once you understand these things, you cultivate it slowly, and eventually, with no whatever, you're there. Get what I'm saying? So, and one way to heal, one way to stop, like to stop that outside world from affecting you, is probably detaching. Probably cancelling the noise. You know how they introduce the noise blockers, like noise cancellation headsets, noise cancellation whatever, because that's, you're supposed to get to that point where by cancelling the noise. And cancelling the noise, most of the noise we have probably is traffic, are people saying this, are this social media we are watching, TV, whatever. So that's all noise that prevents you from hearing who you are. Get what I'm saying? So for you to get to that point whereby you're not affected, meaning you're supposed to detach on some of these things. You give it a month, you'll see so much change. You give it a month. If you've probably been watching like TV so much, reduce. If you've been probably listening to so much music, reduce. Listen to music that's going to uplift your soul. It's going to probably speak to your heart, speak to your mind. It's going to calm you down. And most of the music that we're listening to just excites us. I know it's good to be excited, but for a certain point. Remember the mind, remember to get on the journey, it's supposed to quiet your mind. Go calm down, calm down. And that calming down, that's when God is going to speak. If you're still like, bro, that's why I'd be like, if you're tired of everything, if you're tired of the noise, if you're tired of, that's when you're going to reach. But so many people have not reached that point. Perhaps some people have reached and they're like, okay, but then they are still battling certain things. And then perhaps some people probably will say like, okay, did they reach that? But their lives are way better. They are more healthy. They are more in connection to themselves. They know who they are. They are more connected. They are happy. You know that soulful happy, like happiness from the soul. I don't know if you've experienced it, but once you go on the journey, there is hope or there is light at the end of it all. Peace.